Guys, I've had a rough week. I got my car towed. Yeah, I did. I was performing at a Chuckle Hut very much like this one. I did that thing where you step out and then you pat for the only key that you have for that car. And then I looked that Ford Festiva right in the eyes and I was like, we've had a good run. We've had a good run. Guys, I don't know if you know this though, when you just leave your car anywhere, the police, they'll find it for you. Yeah, I got a very aggressive letter from the police. Yeah, if you've never gotten a letter from the police, it went something like this. It said, yeah, we got your car. Yeah, we got it. It'll be $347 to get it out of here. And I was like, no. That's your car now. A gift. Did you see it? Yeah. Can I be real with you guys? Can I be real? Yeah. I got these glasses in January of this year, and they're very different than my last glasses. But like no one's said a thing, you know? Yeah. Like when you get a haircut, you know, and it's different, you hope that your friends are like, new do, a new you. That's what you're hoping for, right? My friends, my family, all dead to me. All. Yeah. I felt good about it, though. I felt good about it. So I was at a party with some of my friends, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something, you know? So I turned to my friend, and I was like, new glasses. She said, I saw. Guys, she saw. Yeah, I've worn glasses my whole life, you know, but this is like adult money, you know? Like when you're a kid, you don't care. You'll sit on them. You'll throw them. You don't care. But then it's got to go back on your face, you know? And then you're walking around and the kids at school are like, your glasses are crooked. Your glasses are crooked, you know? I remember telling my dad that kids at school were like, your glasses are crooked. And my dad said, you should tell them their face is crooked. And I was like, I don't have that kind of confidence. I weigh 90 pounds. Yeah. Things are good in comedy, though. I just got asked to perform in Alaska. Thank you. Yeah, I was doing a show, and a booker came up to me afterwards, and he's like, Zach, do you want to perform in Alaska? And I was like, yeah, when, and how much does it pay? And he was like, no, you pay to perform in Alaska. And I was like, why would I pay to perform in Alaska? And he literally said, then you could tell people you performed in Alaska? And I was like, I could just do that now. I don't think anyone's gonna fact check that. Like I've been telling people for years that I have a high school diploma. No questions. Yeah, this is my 13th year in comedy. Thank you. Yeah, don't clap too much. My friends are doctors. I went to school with them, and then I was like, where are you going? And they're like, again! You know, that's what they did. Yeah, my friends are doctors. I was having dinner with them recently. They're all talking about the lives that they're saving, you know? And then they got to me, and they're like, Zach, what have you been doing? And I was like, well, I just got back from Alaska. And they paid me in salmon, so pretty full is what I'm saying. Yeah. It's just hard when your friends are doctors, you know, you grew up with them, right? And then they put on a lab coat and you're supposed to be like, oh, doctor, you know? Like, I don't care what you say about my shitty eyes. Like, I don't want to hear it, you know? Like, I watched you vandalize a car when we were kids. I don't need your opinion, all right? Yeah. But I'm in my 30s now, and I just started saying I don't know more often, you know? Yeah. Started saying I don't know more often. If you haven't done it, you haven't been okay with what you don't know, do it. You got to do it, guys. Yeah, you do. I've been saying I don't know. Like the other day, a grown man looked me in the face and he's like, Zach, is an octopus a mammal? And I was like, I don't even know what the other options are. I don't even know. Yeah. I just been worried about this mammal, so. Yeah. You know what doctors I do trust, though? 1920s doctors. Yeah. That's back when we were just digging into bodies and taking notes, you know? Yeah, it's true, you know? They were just like, there's more organs than we thought, you know? We took this out of you and you woke up, so that's good. That's good. 1920s doctors, man, take them seriously. Take them seriously if you ever meet one. You guys are fun. I mentioned that I have a GED because I'm a quitter, and there's a few other things I've quit in life. One of them is I quit drinking a few years ago. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I do a lot of corporate gigs, and if you don't know anything about corporate gigs, that's just where like it's all drinking, and then I interrupt it with jokes. That's what it is. Yeah, so I have to have like a process that I do before the gig, you know. So I get there early, I get a fancy glass at the bar, you know, of something, and then I walk around with that, right? Because then when I have it, no one can offer me or have any weird conversations. So I'm like, I'm taken care of, you know. But last week, that backfired on me. It did. I was standing in a group at a corporate gig. We're all having laughs. We're having a good time, you know. And then one guy in the group said, this is fun. I want to buy everyone around. And then he pointed at me. And he was like, what are you drinking? And I was like, this is pickle juice. I brought it from home. And he looked at me and said, gross. And then didn't talk to me for the rest of the event. And I kept trying to bring it back, too. I was like, what else do you guys do at Yahoo? You guys remember Yahoo Mail? And they're like, oh, you still have it? You still have it? Okay. Yeah, couldn't win them over. Not at all, yeah. Let's see. What else have I quit? Oh, I quit gluten 10 years ago. And that's a fun thing at parties to talk about all the time. Every party for the rest of my life. It's always the same conversation. They're like, so not even like a crouton? And then I'm like, not even a crouton. And they go, what about a sandwich? I go, gluten-free bread. Yeah. That's most of the time, but sometimes they get like aggressive about it. Like they're mad for me. I don't know. I don't know what the energy is that I get, but sometimes they're like, okay, all right, well, when's the last time you had a pancake? And I'm like, well, gluten-free pancakes? No, like a real pancake. And I'm like, 10 years ago? 10 years ago? If that was me, I would just walk right into traffic and kill myself. Same. I don't know. What do you want from me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fun at parties, guys. Just warm me up a cup and just hand it to me. You know, that's all I need. Yeah. Yeah. I have one more thing that I've quit. This year I quit dairy. I lost 20 pounds quitting dairy. Right? Yeah, didn't know that could happen. I cut dairy out of my life. I just been putting vegetable oil in my cereal. And I don't feel good, guys. Yeah. I've been waking up with less teeth. I don't know if you... Yeah. Guys, I haven't always been this funny. I used to have to audition for things. One thing I auditioned for was America's Got Talent, or as I like to call it, America may or may not have talent. Yeah, I auditioned for that. It's a weird process. If you don't know anything about the process of auditioning, it's a strange time. Like, I showed up at a building and they had like TSA outside, and they were just like scanning us, you know, and checking our bags. And it was just me standing in line, and then women about this tall with tap dancing shoes. And I was like, am I in the right line? They're like, you're in the right line. You know, like that's... And then we got inside the building, right? We're heading inside. I was walking in, and as soon as you get into the building, there's cameras everywhere. There's signs everywhere for America's Got Talent, right? There's people playing instruments, breathing fire, all these crazy things. I walked in at the same time as this other guy that was really buff, bald guy. And as soon as he walked in, he said, America's Got Talent? And then he spun on his head. And I was like, dude, don't do that yet. Don't hurt yourself before the thing. You know, that's... Yeah. And then we're just waiting in this room with cameras in our face, you know? And I'm just sitting there seeing people juggle and sing and all that. And then some lady leaned over and she's like, what do you do? And I was like, I haven't decided yet. I don't know. Is magic hard? Yeah, so we're in this big room, and then all day they're just shuffling you into smaller and smaller groups in different rooms, you know? And then finally, I was in this small group, there was 8 of us, right? And someone that works on the show came in, and they were like, listen, guys, in a minute there's gonna be a judge come in, and you guys are gonna have to audition in front of each other. And everyone gasped. And I was like, that's more than my last show, so I'm fine. A total of 9, we can do this. You know, that's a good backyard gig. You know, that's... Yeah. So we're sitting there and we're waiting, and then like this mom started talking to me, and she's like, yeah, my kid is here. She's super talented at dancing. And I was like, cool, you know? And then she's like, but me, personally, I've done tons of auditions in my life. All right. No, really, I've done a lot of auditions. Cool. Great. Like, you're no different than any of the other moms here just pushing their kid out there being like, go make me some money, you know? Like, you're not different to me, you know? And so she's crying and we're waiting, and and then finally the judge comes in, right? And she's got cool glasses, wearing flannel, and then she's like, what up, my dudes? And I was like, I'm going to crush this. This is my audience, right? She sits down at a desk and she's like, listen, guys, I have your papers in front of us, right? I can just pull a name at random, or you guys can just pick someone to start, jump in the middle of the room, and let's get this auditioning going, right? And then this girl, Jessica, she stood up, she jumped on the middle of the room, and she said, I'm Jessica, and I'm gonna sing you a song. And we're like, yeah, Jessica, crush it, Jessica. We are Team Jessica, you know? And she started singing, beautiful, so beautiful. But what I forgot to tell you guys is that we have 90 seconds to audition. And if you know comedy, perfect amount of time. That's, yeah. I was like, can I do less? I was just wondering if I could do that. Yeah. And so she's singing, it's going beautifully, and then she misses a note. Ugh. She looks at us, she looks at the judge, she looks at us, she looks at the judge, and she says, can I start over? And we all together said, no! It's over for you! You failed, Jessica! And tears ran down her face and goblins out the back of her head. And my brain said, this is a perfect time for comedy. So I jumped in the middle of the room and I said, I'm Zach, I'm depressed, and I'm gonna tell you a joke. And the judge was like, weird way to start, but all right. So I'm telling her about Alaska and my car being towed and my friends being doctors, you know. And then in the middle of my audition, she says, you can start at any time. I said, for my next joke, I'm going to do it blindfolded. And I've been Zack Lyman, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.